Hello, everyone. I want to help you understand what's going on. Okay? Okay? Now, I've made a lot of videos talking about my current situation. Okay? I think that it's possible that I said enough. Okay? So I don't want to make the same video over and over. I don't want to talk about the same stuff, recycle old information, whatever. But let me just try to help you understand something. This one thing about what's going on my channel, because I have posted thousands of videos, okay? So many videos. And just think about that for a minute. Think about this situation that's going on, okay? Because normally when someone's posting videos, they try to speak in a way where people are following their story. They're following a timeline, right? Classic YouTube or classic internet, wherever you're posting videos, usually there's, if you're going to be posting videos, usually there's some kind of something that people are following, okay? Especially if they're going to be talking about stuff, okay? And in that sense. But when you're posting funny videos, right? And it's just gag after gag after gag, next joke, next line, next joke, next line. It can lack some story substance because you're cutting to the chase. You're getting to the funny. You're cutting the cheese, you're cutting the cake, and in the center, you're trying to see if there's a gold nugget or not. You know what I'm saying? You're cutting the stack of bologna, trying to see if there's a sweet, soft center that you can cash in or laugh. You're trying to cash in that laughter. You're trying to watch the video for that gold. That's what you're doing. You're digging for gold. That's what people do. They scroll through videos. They just want to laugh. They just want to laugh. And when you start laughing over and over and over time, you laugh at different things. It might be harder to get you to hysterically laugh. You know what I mean? Like me, I wish I could get in a mode where I could hysterically laugh all day long. And I've been in that mode before, but when it comes to me right now, I don't know. I mean, for me to really laugh, I would say it's pretty hard for me to laugh. Okay. That being said, okay, whenever I do what I do, okay, and a lot of people could look at what I do, the videos I do, and say, this is not funny. I mean, this seems immature. This is stupid. Or whatever it is they say, like, where's the joke? Like, oh, this is supposed to be funny? But when you think about how many people there are, right? You think about how many people they are, and you're doing what you're doing, and you're making videos for this type of person, yada yada yada. You're trying to make videos for a specific audience. Me, I'm trying to make something that anybody and everybody could laugh at, right? So I make my stuff in a way that I try to make it so anyone can watch it and laugh. And it's supposed to be in the mix when you're scrolling through, and I'm using that element of surprise that you're going to see this thing in the middle of all this stuff you're watching. You're going to see this wacky dude saying crazy, borderline annoying catchphrases, okay, and acting completely rambunctious, completely ridiculous on purpose. Now, whenever you think about the multitude, the magnitude, the frequency, how many people are watching, right? And when you want to look at how many people are watching my stuff, okay, it's pretty insane to think about. So just bear with me here. Not very many people, I would say, that are scrolling these videos that I'm posting, these shorts, are paying attention to my story. Probably a very small percentage would even pay attention to my story, even if there was a story there, even if they had the chance to. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird to say, isn't it? Or are all of my subscribers going to watch this video right here? If I ever post a video like this, are all the people that are subscribed to me going to watch that video? I wish they would. I really wish they would show up. I don't know where they are. I don't even know if they know I'm posting normal videos because they just scroll through stuff. But whenever you think about how many people are scrolling this stuff, and when you look at my videos, some people say, oh, he's doing the same thing over and over. Well, I'm trying to capture a unique clip. a rare clip. So essentially you think of it like collectible cards, and you have all of these ones, you know, some of them are common and one of them is really rare, super rare. And the more viral my clips go, you know, that one clip, if it gets 20 million views, I consider that a very rare clip. So it's almost like I'm collecting clips in a way, and I'm sending out these random impressions, right? Pretty much just make whatever noise, whatever sound, try to throw some catchphrases in it, try to be funny in any way possible while eating fries, while eating ice cream. The simplicity of that one thing alone, I feel like it's someone's trash. That's my treasure. Because you throw, you know, you're making videos. You throw your drink, your empty drink in the, you know, paper cup in the trash. Your trash in the trash. But I'm like, hold up, buddy. Hold up, buddy. I'm gonna turn this into a video, right? And then I turn it into this experience or whatever, which is how I think a lot of people end up, you know, capitalizing or gaining a foot forward trying to make content, because they do something that normally you might not think there's something there, but some people see it. They can look at it like they're staring at the ceiling and there's a bunch of paint bumps and they see a magic map that leads to a treasure chest or something. You know, you're staring at the wall and all of a sudden you connect the dots. You're like, wow, there's a treasure map. But normally people just look at it like, oh, dude, why are you staring at the wall? It's just a wall. Because that's what happens when you make content, is you see something that other people don't. You can bring something out. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, a white wall, paint it whatever color. Try to make it look good. You know, if you try to paint it and you're not very good at it, it might just look terrible. So, I mean, for me, it's all about practice. But the thing that I'm trying to get at is when you realize how many clips I'm sending out, and how many people are on the internet, and then you realize, wow, how many people are even paying attention, okay? Some people might be paying attention like, wow, dude, he posted a lot of clips. But you would be surprised as to how many people even pay attention to YouTube or just news articles in general, or any information of something. Like, not to say that the human race is dumb and they don't pay attention and whatever, but maybe they don't care. Maybe they can imagine it. Maybe they're not interested. Maybe a large percentage of people do not care about hearing your story, right? Okay? There's probably a lot of people that would listen to your story if there was a story. But do you actually have a story? Or are you just jumping in front of the camera and saying something random to gain interest? Just another trope. And that's what I see with people making videos like this where they talk. It's trope after trope after trope after trope after trope after trope. And it gets to a point to where it's like, are you going to do something interesting? Are you going to risk something? Are you going to do something? Or are you just going to sit here and talk about everything in the news, or talk about your little whatever toe flossing issues or whatever it is you have, you know? You need to talk about the mildew under the cupboard until you're blue in the face, and then what are we supposed to do? So anyways, guys, the main thing that I wanted to focus on in this video, just making a talk video, is do you realize that not very many people either don't pay attention, okay, not very many people are paying attention, care, or really it's probably irrelevant to them how many clips I'm posting. And the only thing that's really going to get people watching is if there's something there. So my stuff is basically focused on this little second window of gaining that interest. And most of that is to make the video looping, right? So it's supposed to be for shorts. It's designed to be, you're not even supposed to watch it in long form. You're supposed to just watch the little clip. So I make every bite a loop. So you watch it multiple times, which pushes it up more, right? So making it loopable for one, so it's seamless. When I take the fry and then I go down, and then it's kind of aligned, like the fries are in the same place, my face is in the same place, I got a similar expression. You know, the cars stop going in the background, so everything looks still and the way it was at the end of the clip. It looks like the start of the clip. That's the goal that I try to do to make it perfect. And some people, I think, don't even notice it's looping. They're like, oh, wait, this is a loop? So then they just keep watching it. But basically, my clips are probably not noticed by a lot of people, in the sense that they're not really paying attention to really much of anything that's going on when it comes to actually criticizing what I'm doing, because the fact is, if it's funny, it's funny. And there are so many people out there, and I don't mean to say it like this, but I almost think that there's so many, because I love doing my stuff. I think it's great. I think it's funny. I'm an artist and I do what I do because I love doing it. And that's why I've been able to take it this far. But what I'm trying to say is, when you really think about things that people say about me, say about my clips, say about this or that, and then you think about just making content in general, okay? And you think about how many people there are and stuff that could be potentially relevant to them. And then you think about the reality of just how many clips you're posting. Because, I mean, I don't know why everybody has in their head that you have to only post one video a month or one video every 2 weeks, and it's got to be the most high quality thing. You're pretty much making a $50 million movie with a script compacted into a little YouTube video. And it's not like that all the time. But to be honest, me right here, I'm trying to talk about something interesting. To be honest, if you're able, just think about this. If you're able to send out 40,000 clips and they're all high quality, or they all have a dimension of originality in their own way, then, I mean, if you can pull that off, then why not do it, right? And people are scared to post too many clips. They don't know how to make it original. They don't know, like, you have to do a different impression. You have to be an actor. You have to do some sort of different thing that you say combined with a different muscle movement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And this is in theory infinite as to the possibilities that you could create just using different form with the way that you appear and the way that you move and the way that you talk. Because you could say one thing probably a million different ways, or a lot of different ways. And maybe even infinite different ways. I don't know. I mean, how many different tones could you even say one word? I mean, I don't know. Put it into the computer. But anyways, I'm just trying to say, guys, whenever you think about the magnitude of people that are watching my clips, and I'm sending out all of these clips, and these people are probably whoever they are, who knows, they probably do not care about YouTube and what's happening with the algorithm. I'd have no idea. People just watch videos, and if it's funny, it's funny. And no one cares. No one cares, okay? Yes, some people might say a thing or two about some guy posting too many clips. So someone might say it's spam. Someone might say he's doing the same thing over and over, this and that and the other thing. But the truth is, I stay true to myself. It's not like I'm sending out a picture of my shoe 500,000 times every single day and scheduled to post for 500 years into the future, posting one picture of my foot or my hand or my toenail, whatever. But I'm just trying to say, guys, when you think about how many people there are, and you're able to send out a lot of clips, and then you just get into that more and 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 more, I mean, maybe I should have just been better, to be honest. And I'm trying to get actually better. Not to say that sending out the clips, I could have sent out all those clips and only got 1,000 subscribers, but I sent them out and got 600,000. But I used to do this, and I did not get that many people subscribed to me, right? So you gotta look at it. I gotta look at it and say, okay, obviously there's a reason why I got that many views. But when it comes down to it, those simple little gags, those simple little videos, those simple little seconds that I put and I compact and I just try to roll with it and roll the dice, it's almost really not cutting it anymore for me. That's why I'm trying to make some long form videos. I'm really focusing, whenever you make videos like this and you're going to talk about anything, you need something to talk about, okay? You need something to talk about. You don't want to repeat stuff over and over and over. And if you're going to go on a rant or go on a ramble, it's got to be worth it. And you got to make use of the time. So I made use of your time. You got to be presentable. You got to be able to speak in a way that people hear you. And I'm not really trying to make this into a tutorial on how to make a video. But all of these things are things I feel like people do not understand. But if you understand these things, it can take you anywhere. Because now at this point, I have a level of confidence where I understand what I'm doing in a way that I feel like I can't fail. I feel like I can't fail with what I'm doing. And probably the only reason why I can't fail is I found something that someone else is not doing. And I realized almost like this fear, this stigma of posting too many clips, how it doesn't even make sense, in which I play a very insane character. And whenever you look at me as a person and these characters that I'm doing, pressing the upload button and spamming it just seems like something I should be doing. That seems like something that is almost hilarious in itself because people take it so serious. Their videos are so clean cut. I think it's so funny to just press the upload button 100 times a day. And I imagine those people coming over my channel and the look on their face, I gotta admit it, guys. I don't think anybody really seen this coming. I don't think anybody really gets why I do this. And one of the things with me is I have an imagination. Whenever I do something, I sometimes do stuff not for personal gain to make other people laugh. I do it just because it makes me laugh, just how they react. Even if no one likes it, even if it's completely appalling. And that's one thing you got to get over as a comedian. So I didn't really mean to go into several different subjects, and I trying to express this idea to you in the best way that I can, that when you send out the videos that I sent out and it reaches so many different people, and you think about those people, and a lot of people judge other people in a lot of different ways. But my goal was to make clips for anybody and everybody who wants to laugh, who wants to have a good time, who wants to see something a little bit bizarre, to shake it up a little bit, you know, to do something in a different way that no one has ever done before is truly a puzzle that is very difficult to solve. But I was able to do what I did. Now, what now? What now? Well, I will tell you that it was very difficult. It was very grueling. It got pretty downright disgusting and dirty at times because I was posting so many clips. But a couple years ago, I was sending out fry clips and I was not sure. I was eating 2 large McDonald's fries a week, hammering out those clips, doing whatever I can. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like a miracle happened because I started to get some clips with very high numbers. But I don't know. When you try to do something funny, you have an idea of what is funny. But sometimes just jumping in front of the camera and just recording yourself eating some fries or some ice cream can open up a whole realm of possibilities. So the simplicity of doing something normal, and you can elevate that. And you can do that with anything. If you had a pencil and you just sat there and recorded yourself with the pencil, and then eventually you wanted to do something else with the pencil, right? Oh, I'm going to make it fly. I'm going to do an unrealistic juggling video where I'm juggling the pencil in between my fingers. You could do it with anything. You could do it with a bow. You could do it with a comb. You know, there's things that you could take the comb and work it with the pencil. I'm just saying, like, you could make a comb with pencils. I don't know what you would do with that, but you could do something. I mean, maybe it gives someone a tattoo and they comb their hair with the pencil comb, and then they shave their head and there's a tattoo of a spider or something. Or there's a tattoo of an elf or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, that's kind of my mentality, is just combine. Do the stuff that seems bad. Do the stuff that seems bad. Do the stuff that seems like it's not good, you know? Anyways, there's a whole lot of techniques, guys. The main thing I was trying to express in this video is just basically the magnitude of people that have watched my clips has been absolutely insane, in breaking down as to what is actually happening. It's just a joke. It's just some fun. You could spin it probably a million different ways. You could say a lot of things about the stuff that I've done, and people have. But when it really comes down to it, I just wanted to do something goofy, something funny, because I was so sick of posting normal videos and being serious and packing another trope into the video, thinking of another idea for a video like this where I'm going to sit in front of the camera and talk about something, which is completely okay because now I have something to talk about. But I will see you guys Thank you so much. These videos have turned out pretty long, but I feel like I had a lot to say. As I said, I was trying not to repeat myself, but thank you guys so much. You are done. I am done. We're all done. What's done is done. I'll see you later. What's done is done. Have a good one. 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 I'm done. You're done. We're done. It's over. This is actually the end. You're done.